Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Why is Tinubu government rushing tax reforms bills that will benefit only Lagos, Rivers State? Governor Zulum insists. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, before I go into details, good evening from wherever you're listening from. Before I go into details, kindly please ensure you like, subscribe, and share. Now the details. Prof. Babagana Zulum, Borno State Governor, has stated that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's tax reform bills will favor only Lagos and Rivers State. Speaking on Channel's television program on Sunday, he said the position was based on research and calculations by northern governors. The governor has been critical of the tax reform bills, saying the northern states are at a disadvantage and Tinubu should suspend the bills. On this tax issue, there are lots of misconceptions. We felt that the VAT provision in the tax law, based on the calculations that we did, only Lagos and Rivers State will benefit from this scheme. We did our own research and concluded that we would lose, Zulum stated. He added, "Why are we in a rush? We advise the federal government to take a pause and expunge some of the clauses that are inimical to northern Nigeria. What we are saying is that give more time. Let us do a deeper consultation to understand the nitty-gritty of this tax regime before passing it into law." Zulum explained that if the bill scales through the National Assembly, most states would be shortchanged, leaving Lagos as the primary beneficiary. Despite these concerns, the tax reform bills passed their second reading in the Senate on 28 November. The bills include the Joint Revenue Board of Nigeria Establishment Bill 2024, the Nigerian Revenue Service Establishment Bill 2024, the Nigerian Tax Administration Bill 2024, and the Nigerian Tax Bill 2024. The governor rejected claims that northern governors are opposing Tinubu's administration, noting his history of supporting Tinubu. "I am a strong member of APC. If you can count two governors before 2019 and 2023 who were in support of Tinubu, you can mention Governor Zulum. I was the first governor to come out publicly and say that power must go to the south." He dismissed rumors of northern opposition stating, "Unfortunately, the president was told by many that the north was against him." 60.2% of his votes came from the north. Zulum concluded, "Our consultation is central to democracy, and in a democratic setting, we are begging for the right to be consulted." To my dear listeners, now I've come to the end of our today's news. And now before I go, let's move down to the comment section. Let's see what people have to say. The first comment I have here for today's news says, "One thing I know or I have observed for some years now, once you hear this policy is anti-North or against the North, just know that policy is a good one. North stands against progress in this country. The only thing there is grabbing power without knowing what to do with it. Another comment which I have here says, I haven't read the tax reform bill, but seeing Northern Elite opposing it convinced me that it is for the interest of all Nigerians. These people are the reason we are still backward. A comment here says, this governor is becoming something else. Tax reform has come to stay and is for Nigerians, not for Lagos and River State. The oil that comes from the both states isn't for them alone, but for Nigeria at large. May God bless my president. Another comment here says, honestly, anybody that is against this tax reform has no love for the progress of this country. This is one of the best reforms in the history of Tinubu government and should be supported by well-meaning Nigerians. I'm still at the comment section. A comment which I have says the tax reform bill is restructuring. Please educate your people, don't mislead them, because whether you like it or not, Nigeria must be restructured for us to be moved forward. Still at the comment section, a comment too says Nigeria, I believe Nigerians are saying this just to make us fall, but God would not allow them. So to my dear listeners, the tax reform bill, well, it is a good idea as I thought, but to be honest, we are in Nigeria, so I think mostly that is what we are actually convinced, and we really do not know how to go about it. So I think that's the reason why many people are opposing it. It's not just the North alone. Now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by the comment section and let us know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.